Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink review video for you. This one is by Private Reserve and it's called Neon Pink. So this does look very neon. Let's go ahead and make a swatch and just see how this looks. That is definitely neon, like extremely neon. It is going down really smoothly, which is nice. I had to leave some extra ink down here and see if there are any other special effects like shading or something, although I doubt it. Alright, let's get all that off of there. Alright, let's write the name on here. Look how that just looks on the pen, that's crazy. Okay, that's how our swatch looks so far. I'm going to put it under a fan to dry. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back and I've got some copy paper here, and what I like to do is test all the inks out on this copy paper because sometimes maybe you're not at home, you're at work or school or somewhere out and about and you don't happen to have your nice paper with you, and you just want to know if this ink is going to perform well on cheaper papers. So I always like to test it out. Looks good so far, very neon. Alright, let's try this out on some HP 32. This would make a really good highlighter color, obviously. And HP 32 paper is copy paper as well, but it has a nice coating on it which resists the ink a little bit. And typically if there are special effects in the ink, you can see them a little bit on this paper. So this is a really nice in between, like a good budget option. And if there are any colors that you would like to see me review, leave a suggestion, and if I have the ink or if I can get it, we'll do a review video. Alright, that's how that looks so far. I'm going to set that aside to dry and we'll test this out on some Tomoe River paper. And Tomoe River is a really nice paper. It usually shows off all the properties of the ink very well. So if there is anything special in the ink, you usually can see it on this paper. Alright. Neon, Pink, and Tomoe River. And if you like these videos or if they're helpful to you at all, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on anything. And of course it really helps out the channel and I appreciate everyone who subscribes. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at that. And I'm going to check on our swatch and see if it's dry. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So here's how this looks on copy paper. And this is really good because if you do want to use this as a highlighter for taking notes and things, this will work even on cheap notebook paper. So that's really good to see that this isn't feathering at all. And I don't see, except for here where I made the heavy swatches, there's no like bleeding. So that's actually a really good ink for the purposes of like studying and making notes. And here it is on the HP 32. You can see the color is a little bit richer. And there might be the tiniest bit of shading there, which is really cool. And then here it is on the Tomoe River. And it's just as bright and has very rich coloring, but there is definitely a little bit of shading. It's not super pronounced, but I don't think if you're using this ink, you're using it for shading, like to see the effects of shading and stuff on the writing. This looks like it's more for if you want something really bright, like highlighting or taking notes, things like that. And another fun thing I found out about this ink is it really is super bright. This is a blacklight flashlight, so hopefully this is showing up on camera. I know that sometimes on the camera it gets confused with the blacklight, but if that doesn't show up right, just know that in real life this is very bright under a black light. It is truly like a truly neon color. So That's really good. So if you do want something that's blacklight reactive, this is definitely one of those things. It might be fun to paint with this color. And here is the swatch that we made. And you can see a little bit in the writing there, a little bit of shading. And down here, we laid the ink a little heavier. There is a little bit of darker color there. So there is definitely the tiniest bit of shading, although like I said, that's not the purpose of this ink, I don't think. And what I'll do is I'll see if I can find a link to this somewhere, and I'll leave a link down below for you. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.